We're learning more about the Green Beret who blew up a Tesla Cybertruck outside a Trump hotel in Las Vegas, and we have to warn you, the details may be upsetting. 36-year-old Matthew Levelsberger served 5 tours of duty in combat. He was a husband, a veteran, and reportedly struggling with severe post-traumatic stress disorder. He also took part in this military TV reality competition show on the History Channel. On New Year's Day, he rented a Tesla Cybertruck in Colorado and drove to the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas. Video shows a fiery explosion engulfing the vehicle, along with a barrage of fireworks, causing chaos and injuring several bystanders. Police later said that Matthew had taken his own life moments before the blast, although some say this video disputes that, saying it looks like his head turns just before the explosion. Either way, investigators discovered troubling notes. He wrote about the lives he took in the war, the brothers he lost, and the burden he could no longer carry. His writings also included polarizing political messages, praising former President Donald Trump and Elon Musk, while calling for a hard reset to remove all Democratic leaders from government by any means necessary. He specifically called for the military, vets, and militias to occupy every road and highway into DC and, quote, hold until the purge is complete. He goes on, try peaceful means first, but be prepared to fight to get the Dems out of the federal government and military by any means necessary. They all must go, and a hard reset must occur for our country to avoid collapse. He described the explosion event as a wake-up call, writing, Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across? While Levelsberger left no criminal history behind, officials note that he suffered from untreated PTSD. Only half of the 20 million veterans in the US reportedly receive the mental health care they need. But that's not the whole story. According to data from the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security, right-wing extremists have consistently been identified as the biggest domestic terrorism threat to the United States. A 2022 report from the Center for Strategic and International Studies found that over 75% of terrorist attacks and plots in the US since 1994 have been carried out by far-right individuals or groups. Critics say this rise in right-wing extremism is fueled by online radicalization, economic inequality, and political rhetoric that embraces violence as a means to an end. While some political commentators like to draw false equivalencies between right-wing and left-wing violence, the data shows that attacks from the far right are far more frequent and deadly. In fact, over the past decade, right-wing extremists have been responsible for more violent incidents in the US than Islamic extremists and left-wing groups combined. Experts warn that without addressing the root causes, including income inequality, polarized media, and a lack of accountability for hate speech, this trend is only likely to worsen.